Welcome back to the show. This morning, we are going to be talking about elder living. And talking about elder living, we will be talking about the issue of diabetes in people. And we will be talking about people living with diabetes. Diabetes is a mental state, I suppose, that is affecting a lot of people and in the world all over now. And well, doctors probably they are still looking for a permanent cure. But I know, as far as I know, what I know is that people tend to just manage it and live with it, and try to live a healthy life. Maybe doctors will give you what you should eat, how you should move, what you should do, and the things not to do. But this morning in the studio with me, I have somebody, a young lady at that, that has been living with diabetes, and she's been able to manage these medical issues for a period of time, and then that has made her go into the advocacy for diabetes awareness. And she is no other person than Olaide Lawal Abori Shade. This morning we'll be talking and addressing people living with diabetes. Good morning.
Good morning, ma'am.
Yes, good to have you on the show this morning.
To be here.
All right, diabetes.
Yes, diabetes is actually a metabolic disease. It's a condition whereby the body doesn't produce insulin, or it's not able to actually use the insulin properly.
Okay.
Because mostly when we consume carbohydrates, you're supposed to use it as fuel. Our organs are supposed to use it as fuel. So at first it goes into the bloodstream, and then from the bloodstream it goes into the cells, whereby it then gets distributed to the body. But when people have diabetes, the cells are not able to actually get this the glucose from the bloodstream. So we have concentrated amounts like high blood sugar over a long period of time. So this in turn will actually affect most organs of the body. It affects the eyes, the liver, the heart, and the nerves, the blood vessels, and basically almost every organ of the body is affected when this happens.
Okay.
So, and diabetes has now actually become a global epidemic. Yes, because according to the statistics, we have over 422 million people globally living with the disease, and these numbers is actually increasing by the day. And in Nigeria, actually, from the last census, it's estimated that over 11 million people are living with this disease, and these numbers is even like underestimated. It's way beyond that. So people living with diabetes need to actually learn how to manage the disease more, because I've come to realize that most people living with this disease are majorly underinformed, maybe, let's say. They really do not know what to do over long periods of time. Because when they go to the doctor and they get diagnosed, and the doctor tells them you're diabetic and all that, tells them what to do, they probably do these things for a very short period of time. Control the food, take their medications. They really do not stick to it. And this in turn will lead to diabetic complications. These complications are neuropathy, which is decreased blood flow to the extremities, that's the legs and the hands. It also leads to retinopathy, which could lead to blindness. It leads to blood clots, which might lead to heart failure and stroke, and all this kind of.
Okay, let's come back to you. First off, I'm sure over the years you will have seen a lot of medical practitioners, and they will have said this and that.
Yes.
Till date, does it have a cure?
No, it doesn't have a cure. There has been lots of ongoing research concerning diabetes, but as at this moment, there is no cure. All we have to do is proper management and treatment. Proper management and treatment in terms of medication, in terms of lifestyle changes. The food we eat, basically in Nigeria, is carbohydrate dense. So we have to like take extra care to follow a specific diet as diabetics. To eat more fiber. Fiber is also a type of carbohydrate, but
Healthy.
Healthy, yes, because it doesn't spike the blood sugar all of a sudden like sugar and starch does. So it's better. And fruits, some fruits are lesser in sugar. We have some fruits which are not that sugar dense. So
But we were made to understand, nutritionists, they have told us that sugar from any form of fruit is okay for the body since it hasn't gone through any form of processing and all of that.
yes, sugar is good, but when a person is diabetic, you have to control the intake of this kind of fruits
Oh, okay.
because it's going to definitely, whether it's a naturally occurring sugar or it's going to affect if taken in high amounts. So we have to like cut it down. Although there are micronutrients in this fruit that as diabetics we need them to actually help us in our bodies, but we have to control the intake of these fruits because at the end of the day it's still sugar and it's going to spike our blood sugar.
Okay, tell me, what are the causes of diabetes?
Okay, first of all, hereditary. We have family member or two family members that are diabetic. It's very, very high chances of getting the diabetes. Secondly is lifestyle. Because of urbanization now, people have moved to the cities, and the cities we have less physical activity. You probably wake up in the morning, get behind the wheels of your steering, drive to work, get to work, sit down at the desk, they close in the evening, go back into your car, get to the physical activity is very, very low. And we need this, we need to move more, we need to exercise to be able to actually, our metabolism has to get moving. So lack of physical activity is another cause, and then this our diet too is a large factor, and people who smoke also, they are more
prone to
prone to diabetes. So these are some of the factors.
Wow. Okay, I'd like to, before I let you go, tell us how best we can manage diabetes and give us practical examples since it's something you are going through.
Yes.
It's something you are managing.
Yes, I am.
So, people tend to relate better with when they see that, oh, it has happened to this person, this is what so tell us practical ways of managing diabetes.
Okay, when I was diagnosed in 2020, that was say 3 years ago. I went all out to get information about the disease, to know ways by which I can actually manage it. It has not been easy though. First of all, testing, blood glucose monitoring. It's very, very important. When you wake up in the morning, there's what we call the fasting blood glucose. You have to test your blood sugar very early in the morning before taking food to know if you are if you are in the safe zone, and then after food also.
Just like we do for our blood pressure.
Yes. So testing is very, very important. In fact, in more developed countries, they now have continuous glucose monitors. They fix it, it's fixed to the body, and then it monitors the blood sugar every minute. Yes, every minute. So we need to test. Testing is very, very important to monitor our blood sugar, to know what our blood sugar is reading at every point in time, as much as we can. Please, let's do that. And secondly is to control our diet, try as much as possible to sugar. We should try to reduce it and try to
Well, okay,
eat
some
more
people,
whole
some people,
foods.
let me take you up on this sugar thing.
Yes.
Some people will not use sugar, but they will use honey.
No, honey and sugar, they're like brother
They are
and
fast.
sister. Yes.
Okay, so these days we are moving to dates.
Dates, oh well, dates also has carbohydrates, but what I would say is that everything in proportion. Yes, if you're going to use it, please use it in proportions. There are other sweeteners for diabetes, actually
Like?
low calorie sweeteners,
Like?
xylitol and others, which are, although they also have their own health, but you just have to weigh the options.
At times when you look at all of this, you begin to
Yes.
wonder what do we eat?
Yes.
What can we begin to eat? What is it that we will eat?
Just
When you say
let's-
don't eat this,
Yes,
don't eat
yes.
this.
The thing is that we have a sweet tooth. That our sweet tooth, we should try to curtail it. Please, let's try. Let's drink more of water. Let's just try drink more of water and eat healthy. Also, physical exercise is another. Is another important factor. We have to try to exercise.
Exercise.
Like personally, I walk. I can walk 7 kilometers. Actually, I can walk 10 kilometers when I have the time. I wake up very early in the morning and walk. Some people, they are cyclists. You can. Some people, they run. You can run for like 20 minutes, 15 minutes in a day.
Basically, exercise to
yes.
burn the calories.
Yes, to get the system moving, the metabolism up. So just try. Let's just try. I know we have, our schedules are busy and all that, but we just have to find ways to actually get to move more.
Thank you so much. What would be your final word to anybody battling with diabetes outside and thinking is a death warrant?
Oh no, it is not a death warrant. As long as we keep our blood sugar in check, that is the most important thing. We should try as much as possible to keep our blood sugars in the normal range. If we can do that, we do not have any problems.
Thank you so much. I've been discussing this morning with Olaide Lawal Aborisade. We've been talking about how best to live with diabetes. Thank you so much for coming on the show this morning. We go on a short break. When we return, we will be talking about girls and girls matters, things that is so particular about the girl child. Don't go anywhere. I'm sure you don't want to miss the next segment. We will be right back.
We don't tire for where we dey, oh yeah. Now so promise and fail, oh yeah. And we don't wait. PDP don't come again. Jando malo le she wala matele o. Jando for governor. Jando under PDP. Jando 2023. Jando wala matele o. Jando for governor. Jando for Lagos. Jando for everybody. Yeah. Jando Jafeku. Fight for Lagos. Jando Jafeku. Fight for Lagos. Jafeku.
Vote Dr. Abdulaziz Olajide Adediran Jandor as Governor of Lagos State. PDP! Power to the people!
MITV is at your disposal to give you the best of broadcasting. Download our mobile app from your Android and iOS store to enjoy us on the go. Our YouTube channel, MITV Nigeria. Remember, click the subscribe button. You can follow us on Facebook at MITV-NG, Twitter, MITV_NG, and Instagram, MITV_NG. MITV, your family station.
Music is fuel that fires up our souls. Today, African music has a dominant place on the world map. This massive music movement creating waves across the globe.
I have seen the evolution and the growth of this industry.
But every movement starts with a story. And the best place to start any story is at the very beginning.
There's a primordial energy that can only have come from Africa.